Happy Saturday, everyone. We are back. It has been a hot minute since we've live streamed, but doesn't mean things weren't being worked on in the background. Rico, what's going on, man? Welcome to stream. Big Papa, my guy. Oh, I know you've been ready for this, man. I know you've been ready for this. We're going to talk about a couple things before we dive into the video, before we get diving into the stream. Gonna let a couple people filter in here. But I will say, I will start this off. We don't need to necessarily wait for this part of it. I am going to try something. I haven't tried this yet. So we're going to find out together. So far, everything that I've been playing on had been default wear and tear. Main menu. Didn't touch it. Just like I mean, because there wasn't any setting for it inside franchise mode. So basically gonna go ahead and I set some wear and tear here, very similar to what I'm currently where I left off in college football. Yo, King Tuan, what's going on, man? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. It's Saturday, feeling good, excited to get back to streaming. Rico, we're really not testing too much, man. Here's the test, man. Your guys' opinion. My guy Big Papa in the chat, he has been helping me out so much, man. We've been testing so many different ideas off stream, just trying to just dial this in. And I'm honestly feeling really good about these sliders. The holdup on me releasing these sliders, there's really two of them. Number one is I haven't figured out XP sliders yet. The XP sliders this year are ridiculously stupid. I have already put so much time into trying to balance XP sliders, and I haven't had much luck. I mean, it's been to the point of frustration that I might not actually use my own XP sliders this year. I might do somebody else's. Because I am just beyond. I do these sims, right? And quarterbacks just skyrocket. But then offensive linemen, you can't get anybody to jump up into the 90s. But then you'll have a huge inflation of 80 overalls, but nobody will hit the 90s. And it's like so many positions are like that. You're unable to maintain the balance from the default roster, or even just stay within the realm of the default roster. So XP sliders have been a bitch, man. Like, straight up, there's no other way to say it. Like, I really wish EA would do a better job of testing this. I really wish EA would present XP sliders to us in a way that how it's given to us at default is designed to keep the balance within reason, right? We want to have some fluctuation. But on a 10-year sim, those fluctuations should kind of balance out, right? But they give it to us, man. Base XP slider, they don't do it. I can tell you right now, there is no way in God's green earth that whoever's working on the XP distribution in games or whatever actually runs simulations to see if it's balanced or not. Because every year we got positions that just go stupid high, and then you have positions like offensive linemen. You cannot get 90s. I did a test, you guys, 300 XP. And the only way to do it is you're gonna get it there, but then you're gonna have, like, right now in the base roster, just so you guys know, like, the total amount of 90s at the tackle position is 10, and the total left and right tackles combined, 80 overall or better, is 25. Good luck keeping the 80s in that range, you know. QB skyrocket in college football too. The thing is, Bethlehem, if it was only one position, I would just be like, it is what it is, right? There's so many positions. About the only positions that are actually easy to do are the outside linebacker, fullback, middle linebacker, because they don't. The outside linebacker, you have no 90 overall, so you're just maintaining the amount of 80s. That's super easy to do. Same with fullback. but wide receivers tough. You're not. It's impossible to get the amount of 90s without doubling the amount of 80s. It's ridiculous. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with XP sliders. Still doing some testing here and there, but you know, you're running these sims, you're doing these counts, and it's just a lot of time that I'm not working on something else. So anyway, I am trying. Whoa, got off track here. Okay, that's one reason I haven't released the slider set yet. The other one is, so the worldwide release was 2 days ago, right? Normally EA always has a day one patch. They didn't have a day one patch. We had an update, but it was not an actual like update. They didn't release patch notes, so it was just stability and stuff. I've been kind of hoping or waiting for them to drop something, because just like with college football, I dropped the slider set, the first version, then they dropped an update and we had to make a change. I don't want to drop I'm nervous about dropping a slider set that in like 4 days EA's like, oh hey, by the way, here's an update. Now, if updates typically come on Tuesdays, right? Outside of when it releases, so I'm kind of waiting. If they don't announce, and they've been announcing it a day ahead of time, if they don't announce a patch on Monday, I'm probably going to launch these, because then it's at least a week till we get another one. I'm assuming a chance at another one, but they have a lot to address in this game, and maybe that's why the patch is taking so long. So anyway, I am trying some wear and tear. I've been leaving it all at default 50, and my players, I mean, it's been decent. Like running backs, you have to rotate. Are you looking at last year, Rico, for Madden? But remember, Madden all then this year too. So you have to adjust for that in your timeline. So I'm trying some wear and tear sliders just to see the impact. I haven't been doing this. I put in wear and tear, the same wear and tear that I'm using in college football, over here in the main menu. And I set the same, you know, to see if this actually will impact anything. I haven't tried it yet. No idea. I just want to, you know, be clear on that. So then we're going to hop into our franchise. I got a new franchise ready to roll to test. And again, I'm using, you guys know I played with the Falcons for a little bit. That's turned into my XP tests file. So this is Seahawks were another team that I was thinking about using for a franchise. So we're gonna play with them a little bit. But I also want to get your guys' opinion on one other thing before we dive into the gameplay, man. And this gameplay, as long as I don't have something stupid happen on stream, which can always happen, because Big Papa was testing this exact setup yesterday, 4 games in a row, just unbelievable. So I'm hoping it's the same thing. Yo, Malik, man, what's up? The man, the myth, the legend. Appreciate you saying that, man. Thank you so much. So here's my opinion I want on you guys. So for the last like 3 weeks, I've been pretty locked in that I was going to use the Giants because of, you know, Jackson Dart, Scadaboo, you got Abdul Carter, you got Malik Neighbors, you got a good front four there. You got you know, there's a lot to like with the Giants. You get weather games in a good division for that stuff. But I've been having thoughts creep in my head about 2 other teams. The thing that sucks about these 2 teams is, number one, I love their jerseys, the alternates that they have. They play in outdoor stadiums, which I love, but they're both warm weather teams. So I'm not going to get that snow, at least not at home, right? Now, the first team I'm going to tell you guys about, and I want your guys' opinion on this. Like, how would you feel? Because I'm just, you know, I don't know, because if we look at, hold on, we go to the manager roster. So yeah, I just wanted to bug you guys real quick on this. So that this is the Giants, real quick. We're gonna break down the Giants, who I was looking at. Right, you have your quarterback of the future, Jackson Dart, right here, and he also is pretty swagged out, which I think is dope. I love the you know what I'm trying to say. I like his gear setup here too. It's awesome, right? But you got, you got these two guys here for him. You got Tyrone Tracy and you got Cam Scadaboo right here. Wide receiver, you got Neighbors and then, to build off of, and then you got, Wan'Dale Robinson. Tight end, you got a young guy there, two young guys. Offensive line, you got a strong left tackle to protect you. Center position's rough, but a pretty decent offensive line. And then here's the bread and butter is their front four, man. However you want to spin it. You got Abdul Carter on one side. You got Brian Burns on the other side. You got Kayvon Thibodeau, who I don't know what they're going to do with him, because you got to get him on the field, right? But you're not going to put him as a Will or a Sam, right? You need him rushing the passer. So do you move Brian Burns? He's 6'5", 250. Do you move him in? You'd have to switch to a 4-3, which they're not. But you put him next to Dexter Lawrence, who's a beast. They have no Sam, so you can put him there. They already have a good middle linebacker, right? So what do you do with Kayvon Thibodeau? That's the thing that I don't understand. And then they're set at the Will. You're gonna put him at the Sam? I don't think so. Yo, David, what's up, man? Long time no see. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, becoming a member. Welcome back, fam. It's been a minute. Corner, it's decent, right? Decent free safety, decent strong safety. So overall, there's a lot to like with the Giants. I'm not a huge fan of their uniforms, but I could definitely, definitely do something with it. You're going to get snow games. I shouldn't have backed out there. Here's where I want your guys' opinions before we dive into the gameplay real quick and get your guys' thoughts on that. So I know I told you guys about the Falcons down in the NFC South. But another NFC South team has kind of creeped up that has my interest a little bit. And it's the Panthers. I like their jerseys. They got alternate helmets, which I think is dope. I like their stadiums. David says, yo, how do you think the recent title update affected Culture Bowl 26? I haven't played it yet, but I can tell you that the sliders hold up, because in that slider video, I told you, hey, if you need to do this with coverage, do this. Pass protection, do this. Run game, do this. So everything there still holds up, and you still just, do the profile delete, and then, make adjustments as needed with those penalty sliders. Everything else is still going to hold up. Yo, True, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Yo, Patrick, thank you for that. And you know why that's the case, Patrick? Is because we don't touch the gameplay sliders. So the Panthers are creeping up on me as an interesting team. One of my sleeper teams that I'm like, okay, I like their jerseys. You got the white and the gray, the silver helmet. You can do a black helmet if you want to. You got the blue tops, the black tops. You can go all blue, all black, like some cool stuff there, right? You got Chuba Hubbard and Jonathan Brooks. Wide receiver is rough. You got McMillan as a rookie, but rough. Wide receiver, rough tight end. Line is pretty good though. The line is better than the Giants line, so you're gonna have a better line. Defensive front, obviously not nearly as strong, so you'd have to build that up, other than Derek Brown, who's not supposed to be a 99. We know what's going on there. But they need some help at the linebacker position. Corner though, you got J.C. Horn, and then not much else. Free safety is decent. Needs some help with strong safety. So this team's more of a building team than the Giants as far as talent needed. They got, like I said, really cool jerseys. I like their stadium. They play on real grass. So there's a lot to like here. And I will say one thing too is this dude would get traded immediately. And it's nice to be able to, he's on his rookie deal, so there'd still be a $20 million penalty, but can kind of spread it out. But I'd be trading Bryce Young immediately. Either of these two teams, I'll show you the next one before we get started. Either of these two teams, I would trade the quarterback for somebody else I want to be my starter. which obviously I wouldn't be doing if I'm the Giants. I'd be, you know, waiting for Jackson Dart. The other team that I'm like, man, I kind of want to, is the Jaguars, man. I don't really like their new uniforms that much, but I like their older ones. I like the white helmet alternate. Again, you got the black, you got the kind of green, like aqua green, whatever you want to call that color. Cool logo. Again, outdoor stadium. They play on grass. I would be trading Trevor Lawrence. Now, what sucks about that is he is on a huge deal, so you're going to eat that a little bit. But he's obviously not the guy. I mean, he's a star dev trade. He's a 75 overall after 4 years. Come on now, should he really be a star? But the thing is, I know a team that would take him. And that's what's trickier about Bryce is, if I go with the Jaguars, I'm trading Trevor Lawrence to the Saints. They need a quarterback. They need a quarterback. Badly. But you probably wouldn't trade a quarterback like Bryce Young in the division. So I don't know where I would send Bryce Young. But anyway, looking at the Jaguars, you got Travis Etienne and you got Tank Bigsby. So you got some fun running backs right here. Wide receiver get built around Brian Thomas Jr. Great piece to have. Offensive line is so-so. Need some help at the center position. There's no one really. I mean, it's kind of tough compared to both those teams. It's not nearly as good as the Giants or the Panthers. Edge, you got Trayvon Walker on one side, and you got Josh Hines-Allen on the other. So you definitely got a nice little front right there. Eric Armstead holding it down. He's getting older though, so you need to, get some help there. And then we look at our linebacker situation. They've got to be running a 4-3, yeah? To have Devin Lloyd, and they've got to be running a 4-3. They've got to be running a 4-3. Anyway, then of course you get Travis Hunter, which would be kind of fun at the wide receiver position as well, which I think would be cool. Tyson Campbell's there as well. But, you need some help at the safety positions, both of them. Now, and again, I want your guys' opinion on this. I'll catch up on the chat. Give me 1 second here. For either of these teams, if I go this route instead of the Giants, there is a quarterback that I want to trade for to be my future. And it's Joe Milton. Like, straight up, man. He's a 72 overall, has a normal dev trait, but I don't care. Dude is 6'5". He has 99 throw power, 85 speed. This is the guy that I would want for either of those. Now, if I'm the Jaguars, I know for sure I can trade Bryce Young to the Saints. But if I'm the Panthers, I have no idea where it would make sense to send Bryce Young. Like, literally, I could send him to the Cowboys in exchange for Milton. I don't know. Could send him to the Jets, but that doesn't make sense, Could send him to the Raiders to be behind Geno. That's an option I guess I didn't think of. The Raiders would actually be a decent spot for him. He could sit behind Geno, I guess, on his rookie contract. The Rams could use a backup quarterback as well. His deep accuracy will frustrate me. That's okay. I'll live with it. We'll work on that. We'll train on that. You know what I mean? It'll be all right. I would deal with that. The Steelers could use a quarterback of the future behind Aaron Rodgers, so I just started thinking about the Panthers. If I move on from Bryce Young, we could send him to these quarterback. Like, he would sit 1 year behind Aaron Rodgers. So anyway, Morant, yeah, I think I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna revert back to 50 on that for now. The reason I put it on 10 is because I like to have everything the same for the user and the CPU, but I think on that one, it's gonna have to be different. Not necessarily 50 for the user, but definitely not 10 for the user as well. Gonna find a middle ground there. That's one thing. Let me catch up on chat before we get started here. We're gonna fire up a game here in a minute. I just wanted to show you guys my thought process. If I'm the Giants, I don't have any trades in mind. If I go with the Panthers, trade Bryce Young, I guess to either the Raiders, the Steelers, the Rams, and then go trade for Milton. If I'm the Jaguars, trade Lawrence to the Saints, go trade for Milton. That's kind of my two alternate teams. So just wanted your thoughts there. Let me catch up real quick. Alice Taylor says, can I ask a question? Why are we changing sliders? We have two sliders changed, bro. Actually, let me put this back. Just like I talked about with Morant, we're gonna go there. We have wide receiver catching changed for user and CPU, and then we have accuracy for the CPU. So that's where we're at there. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and play this game. Let me switch my controller actually. Play this one. We're gonna see if the wear and tear actually comes in. Not sure if it actually does. Oh, just topped on, just asking. Yeah, you're good, man. Let me make sure my audio is good. We have that down. Music's okay for you guys? We're good there? I do have my audio settings dialed in. I'm going to make a video on that for you guys. I have a couple things, that I want to do. I got my new draft class generator formula for this year. I got the audio settings. I got I'm going to do 5 most fun teams to rebuild and 5 hardest teams to rebuild in Madden video. I got a lot of stuff I just need to pump out for you guys. So, let's go ahead. And you guys should already know. I don't have to go that way. I can just go current alternate classic. It seems to delay. It seems to impact how quickly the linebackers and safeties jump up at the line for whatever reason. It honestly makes no sense. But yeah, it definitely seems to just have them not be as a... It's more so that that's what conventional wisdom would say, but if you break it down in instant replay, it's like they're not jumping off sides, so the linebackers and safeties aren't as aggressive in attacking. It's crazy, man. Like, the offside thing is crazy to me because it's different in Madden. It's completely different in Madden. So we're gonna go ahead here. Let's go ahead and switch. I got a little something fun for you guys. Give me 1 second.
You are about to experience sports video games at their full potential. Prepare to be transported to an alternate dimension, where we blur the lines between simulation and reality. Welcome to the Simgaming Network.
Let's see if it actually worked. Hold on. I'm waiting to see on my end if it actually worked or not. Oh, it didn't. Ah, it stinks. I put, it's alright. I put, one of the little videos I made for a couple of my highlight videos I put together, I put it on there when I transition over to this screen, thinking that it was gonna pop up, but it didn't. Oh, first game is a rain game. This sucks, because these are always tough to tell. The audio played, but the video didn't. How stupid is that? So I haven't dialed in the penalty, or not the penalty, the precipitation sliders yet. So if this is playing different than what I'm kind of expecting, or what I've been seeing, we will move on to a non-rain game. But at least the audio played. That's kind of funny. So with this slider set, you're kind of in a situation. Coverage is pretty good. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna wanna play this too much with it being in the rain, because I don't know if the precipitation sliders are dialed in properly. I haven't tested that in this game yet. I just brought over what I had in college football for the meantime. But what you should notice, and you've seen it already, quarterback going deep more often. And he went deep twice there. So that's number one. Going deep is important because, of course, more pass breakups, you know, for incompletion percentage. And then we have been seeing some pretty solid run pass ratios. I know they threw it all 3 times there, but hopefully as it continues to progress throughout the game, you'll see some more runs. I'm also looking into adjusting schemes for some teams. Some people dropped some information in Discord that changing the scheme will... Ooh, good D. Will help teams run the ball more. I haven't done it yet. I'm not doing it right now. We're gonna check our wear and tear, because like I said, I want to see... Oh, rain game drop. I want to see if they're rotating out because I set that in there, right? So I just want to look and see. This could be a sloppy game. They're in a zone. Yep, I had square open. What was that, Smith and Jigba? I had him open and I took my eyes off of it. Hot start. But the CPU ground game has been really good. And overall, they have been running the ball more. Big pop of that game against the Eagles. What'd Saquon do against you? You had like 21 carries for like 100 and something, 130 something. Like, he looked every bit, you know, Saquon. 21 for 120 or something like that. Yeah. And it wasn't all on one big play either. I think his long was 22. Look at these throws, you guys. Look at the throws that we're getting, man. That's one of the best parts about this setup. And you guys saw the gameplay sliders, man. We've got 3 changed. 3 between user and CPU. 3. Quarterback play has jumped to elite levels. Dare I say? Elite levels. The running game has been good once the CPU gets it going, but we've run into some, testing too where they struggle getting the game going a little bit, but they stick with it, and then they start busting a couple bigger runs as the game progresses, and we see that happen in real life too. But as a Packers fan, I can also tell you, Josh Jacobs got a ton of carries last year, but I can tell you for a fact he had like 1 or 2 games where he had 20 carries for like 65 yards. So those games happen too, even with one of the best backs in the league. Squeeze through. There we go. This is where I'm really curious about the wear and tear. Do those sliders in the main menu actually matter? Is that the secret sauce? I didn't set any formation subs to have him, and I'm not going to manually do it. I can't. This is glitched. Okay. Cool, Madden. That was so stupid. I couldn't do my prepay. I was so dumb. I didn't know what buttons people were till it was late. It was stupid. Love the glitches in the game. Yo, Big Red Dog, what's going on, man? Welcome to stream. Appreciate you coming through. 2nd and 16 here. They run a lot of cover 3. We need to hit them. There, they ran cover 3 right there. Need to hit them, attack those specific parts of the field. There we go, rain game. So he dropped one earlier, but now he hung on to that one. They have to matter why I even have them. It doesn't look like it, man. Kenneth Walker, probably should be getting a wear and tear break by now, but on this drive alone, we've carried it twice and he's caught a pass, took some hits. But we'll still in here. We do have this. Okay, now his status is down a little bit. Okay. Oh, they played that well. I think that here's the thing. If they don't work, like the way we're thinking, I'm thinking that EA just missed it in the game. Kind of like defensive tackles aren't in college football. He's still out there. Now, I have him on a 7. He's down to a 66 overall. I have him on a 75. Like, he's supposed to sub out when he's on 75. I think for your team to set in the coach adjustments. That is true, Big Papa. I just wanted to see. We're going for this. I wanted to see if the main. He's still in here. I wanted to see if the main menu. We're gonna toss it. Setting in the main menu got us what we were looking for. Now he's back up to an 83. Okay. Oh, good D. I thought they were going to all be inside so we could just try to get him on the outside. All right, we're going to hit him with their cover 3. AEH? That's a great question, because these honestly feel ready. But the trait issue is my big holdup. The trait issue is my big holdup. No edge rushers have, like hardly any edge rushers have traits, and then they can't gain them. So yeah, it doesn't bring it in. Because I have defensive tackle on keep fresh. I have this on keep fresh. I have this on... You can do it in the pause menu, but that's supposed to be grinded out. That's supposed to be grinded out. That's supposed to be normal. Let's go look. If you go to coaching, are they under here? Where, oh, no freaking wonder. This is what the, okay, let's see if this does it. This is what I set all my positional wear and tear to. This is, again, they gotta fix all this. They gotta fix all this. And it's like, you're gonna release the game, in that state, fine, but you gotta have a patch. I shouldn't say fine, but alright. You gotta have the day one patch ready. You gotta drop something to fix this. This shouldn't be, we're almost 2 weeks post-release. I mean, look how fast they pumped out that positional change cap breaker thing in college football. That was like 4 days later. I think I did that. I think I did that too. Well, the thing that I'm frustrated about is, you guys, the coach suggestions offensively are not as good as what they were in the beta. Like, that took a massive hit. Like, I remember telling you guys that when I played the beta, I didn't see the same play suggested to me twice after I called it. Now you get that all the damn time here. These are for all Madden Sports Network. Let's see if this matters or does the trick then. I don't know how much I want to play on this rain, but we'll give it a little bit more. We've had a drop, they've had a drop. Yeah, if you have to do it for each game, it would really suck, but there we go, get upfield. How do I feel about the run game this year? For the user, for the CPU? Because I have two different feelings about it. User's fine. Users, there's never really been too much of an issue with the user, in my opinion. But CPU was another one of those. Just like college football, even on the highest difficulty setting, those mofos can't run the ball. Or they're just stupid. They'll have a huge hole and they'll stick to the outside, you know. That's why I've been trying to upload videos to X and stuff showing improved ball carrier logic. I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but helping them to hit the right hole and make the right moves is definitely important to them being successful. We're starting to get our offense going a little bit here. And they've been trying to push the ball down the field, which I like, good D. But the rain and the coverage has just created a lot of pass breakups. You don't think they'll ever get coach suggestions right? Well, again, if you go look, the biggest issue is their damn star system. EA hasn't figured out yet. If you're going to do the star system, you need to have about 40 plays per situation, and they need to all be right to them. I honestly did not see him until after I threw it. He kind of just hid in the fog. But if you're going to do a star system, which I think can work, you have to have more than 20 plays in a situation. You can't have the same play in more than 2 situations. And they all have to be rated the same, like same 1 star. If you're going to put like only 20 plays in a situation, which is what they do now, 20 plays in a situation, and then you're going to give like 4 of those 20 plays a 3-star rating, and the rest are a 1 or a half, well, those 3 or 4 plays are constantly going to be the ones that they're going to call because of the rating. Aw, shit. There he goes. Held him in check for a little while. If they could just do what I've always done when I've created a playbook, is 40 plays per. Do we have a... No, we don't have a... We're going to start throwing some shells in here. If they can get more plays, better rating, star rating distribution, you're going to have a huge improvement in the variety. Now, the biggest issue too is defensively. I have play call cooldowns. You can't talk about this adaptive AI and then have play call cooldowns, and it's literally suggesting a play that you just ran. Might need to lower the impact of precipitation on catches, because we have it lowered in the slider. Might need to lower it a little bit. Oh, good. Almost got him. I mean, they've made 1 or 2 catches in the rain, and then... Oh, they're going for it. Okay. Coach suggestions. They're in 2 running back, 2 tight end, wide receiver set, and it's suggesting dime. Are you kidding me right now? Oh, we're blitzing, bro. But that's what I'm saying. There's still so much stupidity to the coach suggestions. Yeah, let's come out in a dime when they're going to run it just like we tried to do. And look at our offense. I mean, we'll see what the coach suggestions do. We'll run a couple plays here and see if we're getting suggested plays that are on a cooldown. Uh-oh. Missed my hole. Damn it. This is good, though. We made that change. Let's see if Kenneth Walker... He's fine now. Oh, he had the quarter break to recoup. Noah Fant looks like he's going to be... Yup. Oh, good. I like that. Tried to squeeze that in. We can 100% say there's too many drops. I need to adjust the precipitation slider. But this still feels like a rain game, which is good. Defensive game, not all the points, at least yet. Oh, I threw it late. I had him if I was quicker on that. Cooper Kupp saved me. LoopGod TV, this is off subject, but the music is fire to me for some reason. Bro, that's not off subject, man. I talk about the music all the time. I appreciate you saying that. I have a couple different playlists that I try to rock through, just kind of rotate through, and I try to just find a vibe one. You know what I mean? All instrumentals. We don't need anybody singing here. It's just, you know, backdrop. Let's create some vibes, man. I'm glad that you like it, man. You're not going to hear the commentators and stuff anyway, so it's kind of stupid to have me talking over that stuff when I was playing anyway. You can't hear it. Mr. B, I haven't dropped this update for you guys yet. I wanted to stream it first. You're about to Shazam some of these joints. I can tell you right now, Loop God, I don't even know if these will pop up on Shazam. I want to look at this replay. I pulled these off of, there's a website called Epidemic Sound that provides music that's copyright free if you pay for it and you link your YouTube to it. This song right here is called Stroll in the Dark. Doesn't even have an artist. But I mean, that's at least according to that. Now, a lot of them do have artists, so I could tell you that information if you ever hear one. You're like, yo, what is this? I can pop over and tell you. But yeah, it's a great little place. Now, the thing is, you can go to Epidemic Sound and you could look up my playlist, and as long as you're not streaming it, you could just grab the music off my playlist. In fact, I can send it to you here. Hold on. Let's do that, man. You should be able to see this playlist. Share playlist. Let me grab a link. Enable public listening. Yes. Copy the link. Let's do it. And paste it in the chat. Boom. And we'll pin it. There you go. Let's just do that, man. So I want to point out this right here. Instead of going outside, which they were doing a lot, which would lead them to getting tackled right here, the cut inside, it seems so insignificant, you guys, but that's the difference between him getting tackled for a 1 yard loss or 0 gain, and he ends up getting 3 or 4. I love the set that I'm on right now, Mr. B. I'm saying that I haven't tested precipitation sliders at all. Not that I'm testing them right now. I just put in what I had, my formula for college football. This is my first like precipitation game, and I can tell you that I need to make a change for the drops. That's what I'm noticing just playing right now. The bounce outside was ruining so many drives. Exactly. It's big. He only got 3 yards, but that matters, you know. I don't know how much more I want to play this with the precipitation where they're at. Not that I'm saying you should have caught that one, but they've definitely should have caught a couple others. I like that little slip right there. I left the slip chance at 50. Again, I played with it, so, and that's new. They don't have that one in college football. So I didn't know what to put it at, so we just left it. Can we squeeze through there? Nope. Ooh, man. We were starting to run the ball pretty well, and they've kind of just locked up on it a little bit. Yeah, it was actually 2nd and 7, too, on that particular play. Fired in. Oh, good defense, 45. Is that Fred Warner? Yeah. Couldn't find anyone. I mean, I knew I had Walker in the flat, or R1 in the flat, but I was trying to push the ball down the field. Yo, Scoop, what's going on, man? Are you gonna play Battlefield 6 with me today, man? I feel defeated. I texted you. I was like, hey, man, let's play. I'm on if you're bored, and you just hit me with the LOL. Like, you're like, get the hell out of here, man. I don't want to play with you. I was like, oh man, I gotta run with randos? I'm just giving you shit, Scoob. I'm just giving you shit. Jones, who are you talking to? With that comment, I don't know. No one was talking about blocking. Bro, Scoop, this is my first Battlefield game ever. I mean, I've only ever played betas before. And the last one was the one where you could ride around on horses. I think we're going to move. Why are you talking to me? When did I bring up blocking? What did I say that made you said, the thing is, everything is not about sliders. You can adjust the blocking by double teaming certain defensive players. Maybe just get better. What the hell did I say to make you tell me that I need to get better? I'm about to be pissed off. I didn't. Oh my god. This is why I take breaks from streamings. Like, seriously. I did not complain about the run game. All I stated was, hey, we were running the ball pretty well. Now they're like adjusting their game plan and slowing us down. I was not complaining about the run game. That has nothing to do with getting better. That is literally just me pointing out an observation. We're 11 for 32. We have a long of 13. What I was like, we started off, I had like my first run was nothing. Then the next two runs after that were like a combined 25 yards. Then my next several runs after that, they've been loading up the box on me. I was just pointing out an observation, dude. I don't know where the hell that means, hey, dude, get better at the game. Like, what the someone put, not today. One of my, put him in timeout. No. I'm in good mood, and I'm not trying to be pissed off today. I'm really not. Oh my god, McCaffrey. The title of this video is sliders, though, meaning every issue you find is you trying to adjust this issue with sliders. So you've never been here before, have you, Jones? Thank you, Big Red. This mofo has never been here. What issue have I talked about other than there's been drops? Have I talked about a single issue in this game right now other than, hey, there's too many drops, I have the precipitation catch impact slider raised too high, I need to adjust that? There's been no issue. Thank you, Scoob. Like, yes, the video is showing off sliders, but I haven't. I don't know, man. Am I tripping? Like, other than the too many drops due to precipitation sliders, what have I complained about? Man. Calm, 100% right, dude. 100% right. Like, that shit just throws me off. I didn't say, yeah, I don't know. They struggled running the ball initially, and now McCaffrey is just killing me. Get him, get him, get him. Oh, you got it anyway? Oh, man. They're finally finally getting their offense going. Just ignore the trolls. I try, Sports Network, man. I try. Some stuff just triggers me, though. Some stuff just triggers me. I will tell you guys, their run-pass ratio looks pretty dang good right now. I mean, McCaffrey's up to 8 carries, I believe, with 4.5 left to go in the second. You would think there's a chance he could get 1 to 2 more on this drive. Probably going to get at least 1 more now. Nicholas, what's going on with the DT ratings in franchise? So EA had the brilliant idea to add nose tackle for schemes, which again, I have no issues with that. But they didn't even go into franchise to see, hey, what's this going to do to all defensive tackles that convert to nose tackle? And what's it going to do to their overall? Didn't even check that out. So all the defensive tackles get boosted up 5 to 7 overalls because of the nose tackle archetype. EA does a lot of, they have a lot of good ideas. I'm going to give credit. They have a lot of good ideas. The nose tackle one is not a bad idea. It's great, much needed. I'm all for it. They just don't test or implement shit really well. You know what I mean? Like the traits. Outside of the edge, so many positional players, like the top rated players, have 1 or no traits at all. The Sam is just an outside linebacker. Let's take a look here because I don't know if they'll get the ball back. Now his completion percentage is awful. We know why. It's the drops, which we will address after this whenever I move on from this game here. But I do want to point out, and he has a 2.6 yard average. He was chucking it downfield. They just kept dropping everything. But McCaffrey has 11 carries in the first half for 4.4. Only 1 broken tackle. Hey, he has some receptions too. Hold on. Two receptions. So he's got 13 touches in the first half. And if I go 3 and out or do something stupid, he'll probably get some more. Man, this is so. I know Big Papa's at work, he's busy. That's my dude. Big Papa's become my right-hand man, y'all. That dude puts in so much work helping me tests, and he does even more. Like, sometimes it's good for me to watch from a different perspective, so not always play and just see everything else. Because you guys know, right? I'm playing, and I'm like, I take a sack, or I throw it to a guy, and I'm like, oh, I couldn't find anyone open. You guys are sitting there, you're watching, like, dude, you had X open, triangles wide open. You guys see these guys open. It's crazy. When you're watching someone else play, you see the guys that are open, but when you're actually playing, you can't always find them. We got to run against this look. So Big Papa does a lot of streams for me where we can see some stuff, and it's been huge as far as making progress on these sliders. This is playing phenomenal right now. Again, you take away some of the drops, especially for the 49ers, this game looks even better than it has. Yeah, and Big Papa poses a great question. When was the last time you guys saw the 49ers run in Madden? And he's running successfully. I was worried about that too. I was like, all right, rain game. They might run it, but it might not be successful. Smith and Jigba underneath. Yes. Let's go. We got to go down and get some points. Jason, I haven't started a franchise yet. I'm kind of holding off for the traits because I don't... Look at, we're getting the same plays recommended to us on offense. What the hell is this? Same plays. Just got a first down. Same place. I'm waiting for them to fix the traits. And I'm nervous that because I do offline franchise, that it won't be something that they patch it. It would make sense because how can they patch... Let's see if the code suggestions change. That stick play's been recommended like 30 times already. I don't think they can patch it in because what if someone's 3 years in their franchise? How do you determine which edge players get traits? You know, all that stuff. So I'm thinking that you're going to have to start over, even if you're an online franchise. I want to run a... There we go. I want to run an RPO. I'm thinking you're going to have to restart with the traits. There's just no way that they could implement traits into an existing franchise. There's just no way. Let's go here. Let's get out. We got out. Stop the clock. Yes. All right. That's all I wanted there. We're going to take a shot here. Jonathan, so much has changed, man. So much has changed. I got to make a new video for you guys, honestly. But this stream is literally to show you guys where we're at and to let me know what you guys think. Like, hey, does this look ready to you guys, you know? When's the big patch coming? Dude, I thought it was going to come when the game released. Just gotta chuck that up. They played great coverage there, and he picked it. I was hoping just for an incompletion. They played deep. I had nowhere to go with that. Oh, I had square, maybe. Threw to the wrong one. So look at this. Our nose tackle is supposed to... He's like red. So he's not subbing out, even though I have it on Keep Fresh. Look at this, man. Jason, my whole issue with Madden 26 from the beginning hasn't been the gameplay. It's been the issues with franchise. We're gonna go dime here. We're gonna stay where we were at. I need to get my... Got him out of there. Nope, Jonathan, I haven't updated the members post with this. Because honestly, there's like 8 changes. And instead of trying to have the video and then be like, oh, on top of the video, do this, it's just gonna be a new video. Which I will get up today. I really wanted your guys' opinion on this. Like, I wanted to get some eyes on this because nobody has seen this other than myself and Big Papa. And we just made it to this level yesterday. Yeah, I don't really have any issues with the gameplay right now. It's all for me franchise. He hung on to that. See, that's where it's like he hangs onto that one with the rain, but you know, they drop in some of these other ones. But I'm still gonna lower the precipitation catch. Oh, I thought we were gonna sack him. Rico, who wasn't talking to me? I just assumed they were. Realistic? I mean, no, I do other stuff on Saturdays, but it's one of my best days to stream. See that right there. I don't want to continue this game, you guys. We're gonna super sim, and we're gonna get out. We had no sacks. We had no sacks on Purdy. I thought we were getting him right there, and he got rid of it. Oh, my bad. Happy with the pass rush? Yes, I am, because they are, again, when they fix the traits, you know, all these defensive tackles have pass rush traits that they probably shouldn't have. And then they're going to get all these edge rushers with the traits that they should have. And those traits are going to be huge for pass rush. So I don't want to go overkill on pass rush. And then the traits come in. Hold on, we got to do... We're going to go down to our precipitation sliders here. See, I have it up here. We're going to drop it down to like... We're going to drop it down to 30. Because we already have the catching at 40. And then if you guys don't know, always back out. If you're playing a second game, always back out or load back in. In between games. Actually, I'm going to do it again. I made a slider change, so I need to do this. No, I haven't. I haven't tested with the traits on my team. I mean, it's really just going to be they're going to use those moves more, right? So, and those moves are what helps them create more pressure. Because if you're not using moves, all you can really do is kind of push in the pocket type of thing. I'm going to do it just to be safe. Why back out and back in? Dude. The answer to that is no freaking idea. Other than it definitely seems to make the gameplay better. It's almost like clearing the cache in the system. That's the best way I can equate it to. Is it, you know, you just back out, it kind of like resets, and then you load back in. Same to kind of how the profile delete when they drop an update there. We're gonna play the Steelers here. Identify. I know people love the movement in College Football 25, but it was so arcadey, dude. And that's where it's one of those things. Yeah, arcadey can feel fun, but is it the best? Or do we want realistic movement, you know? I prefer the realistic movement. Like, I get the perspective that college football felt more fun, but it was also very arcadey. And that's where you know, people put EA in a tough spot. Everyone says we want the game to be less arcadey, and then when they make it less arcadey, they say, oh, this doesn't feel as fun or as good as the arcadey stuff. And then it's like, if you're EA, what do you do? How are they supposed to know, hey, you want the game to be more realistic, but it's only for X, Y, and Z. A, B, and C need to stay feeling arcade. You know what I mean? David, I see your messages. You're not... I just looked, you're not on timeout or anything. Yeah, it's just one of those tough... 2K's in the same situation too, right? They've been kind of going... They've been very arcadey, and have been going more towards the realistic spot, or realism, especially with movement and dribbling, and then everyone complains that they're making the game too realistic and it's not as fun. They would rather have, oh, good cut. They would rather have the arcade movement because it's more fun. Then if you're 2K, it's like, all right, so you want arcade dribbling, you want arcade movement, but what do you want realistic then? It's, it's one of those. It's really, you make we make it really tough on a company when they give us what we've been saying we want, and then we're like, actually, yeah, I mean, they're still good now, Patrick. I'm just saying, it's not just about, so I could go through and do all the traits, right? Because obviously, you only need to do like the upper echelon of pass rushers, right? The issue is that players don't gain traits as you sim forward. So younger edge rushers, oh, nice catch, that progress and get better, they can't gain traits. So, Patrick, it's not something you'd have to do it, and you'd have to do it, to start up your franchise. Then every off season, let's go. Good blocking. You have to do it every off season too. And then if there's no trait regression, you're eventually 3 or 4 years in, you're going to have almost every edge rusher is going to have traits. Oh, good block. So that's kind of why I'm just trying to... I'd like to hold off and wait until... We are running it down their throats right now. Let's go. 4 for 50. This is way different than how we were running the ball against the 49ers. Let's see how they adjust to this. Well, they blitzed. I mean, I'm not going to go into every single penalty slider, you know what I mean? But penalty sliders impact animations. EA creates animation-based gameplay, so does 2K. I don't want to make it sound like I'm, they're animations-based gameplay instead of physics-based gameplay. So you have animations. The gameplay is all animation-driven. Softdrake talked about this with Ian Cummings. In his little interview, Ian Cummings kind of explained it. When they left PS2 era Madden and went to PS3, they changed up how player movement was. Good defense. And now the animations are what's driving and moving the players, not the actual physics of the player. So penalties are a slider that just impacts the frequency of certain animations. Now, just do holding, for example. We all know what holding looks like, right? We see it when we watch football. They break it down on instant replays whenever there's a hold. So if you raise the holding slider or lower the holding slider, you're going to have an impact. What is number 8 doing over there? Okay. It's going to impact that animation playing out. Doesn't always necessarily equal call rate, but you have to think about it. If that animation is occurring at a higher frequency, what else is going to be associated with that animation? Well, if they're getting we're holding animation, most likely it's gonna increase the blocking because that animation's playing out. So what you have to do, what we, every year is you go through and test the holding slider. Which one, up or down, causes that animation to kick in more frequently? And depending on what you need, you then adjust that slider to do what you need. So if you need that, if you want that animation to trigger less frequently, then you play around and test and say, all right, which direction with the holding slider is going to create that animation triggering less, and it's going to impact the gameplay in that sense. And if you need to trigger more, again, same thing. Chase, I was talking about last year, the movement in College Football 25 was very arcadey, and so EA toned it down with 26, and people are saying they don't like the movement because they liked how it felt in College Football 26. And I was just saying, you put it, I get people like the movement better in College Football 25, but that's because it was arcadey. And if you're gonna say you want something to feel arcadey, then you can't really tell EA you want something to be more realistic. Because when they give you something more realistic, you tell them that you preferred the arcade. So then as a company, you're like, well, what are we doing to make these people happy? They've been telling us for a decade they want it to be more realistic, so we give them more realistic movement, and they say that they like how it felt when it was arcadey. And then vice versa. No, you don't get put on timeout, man. I don't think I've ever had a member, come in here and do anything that would get them, put on timeout, Ryan, how do I access these sliders? So great question. So these are not released yet. They're still in beta testing. Actually, this is kind of like I'm showcasing where I have the sliders at right now. I know you just popped in the stream, so I'll kind of reiterate, and there's a lot of people who weren't in here earlier, so I'll kind of reiterate. These feel ready. My hang up on this is EA gonna drop a patch? That's like my big hang up, is I'm nervous that if I drop these, we're almost 2 weeks post release. We know there's a lot of issues. Is EA going to drop a patch like a couple days later that makes these irrelevant? Oh, what a throw! Oh, he didn't catch it. David, dude, that's hilarious. I posted a link for the playlist in the chat, David. It's pinned. I just went through, I built this playlist, man. I just went through and I was searching music. I listened to a bunch. And found ones that kind of fit the vibe I was going with. KCC Classic, they don't want to... Yeah, I think they do, though. But I think that a lot of people don't realize everything that comes with the game being more realistic. Yo, Jordan, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat, bro. Anyway, getting back to Ryan and everybody else. So I haven't released the sliders yet just because of my nervousness. Don't know why he dropped that one, but all right. Man, I could see he was about to get lit the hell up, and he's a running back. So we'll live. 3 to 4 drops a game is NFL average, so we'll monitor that. There's no weather for this game, so anyway, so I've been kind of holding off on dropping it. Now, granted, this is literally, we got to this level yesterday, so it's not like I've been hanging on to these for a long time, but I wanted to stream for you guys, get your guys' opinion on them, and then really I'm just nervous about dropping them because of EA with a patch. Now, they haven't announced anything yet, so I'm kind of curious. Now, what I am going to do is these will go into the members early beta access, to test and provide feedback, to make sure that my opinion that these feel pretty much ready to roll is accurate. So, and then whenever, like I was telling the chat when we started, if EA does not announce a patch on Monday for Tuesday, because they've been announcing them a day ahead of time, then I will put the sliders out. Basically just waiting to verify that we're not going to get a patch on Tuesday. But if you want to play this exactly how I have it right now, after the stream, I will have a new YouTube members video up with the full setup. YouTube members get early access to all sliders once they're official, plus access to beta sliders. So that's kind of a perk that I give. So that's how you'd access these until they go live, which if Monday there's no information from EA, I'll make that video. It'll go into members early access, and then it'll go live on Thursday, I believe. But I'll probably do it a little bit earlier because most likely the sliders aren't going to change, and that would mean that they've been technically released today. So I'd probably do it like let it go live on Tuesday or something like that. Oh my. We're getting torched. Might get a patch by the end of the month. I'm just thinking about college football, man. Like, they've already dropped 3 patches. They're trying to run, but they have not been able to run against us. But should see them stick with it. Again, that's kind of how, you know, you get the trend of sometimes the teams start running and they can't run it, and then they adjust what they're doing and they start running the ball very, very well. We saw that with the 49ers. McCaffrey started off 6 for 18, 6 for 17. And then at halftime he was 11 for like 40, like 50. He was almost 5 yards a carry. Start throwing some shells in here. Oh, we caught that? Okay. We're gonna try to get some shells, throw them off. They're trying to run. I like the draw there on first down. I thought he had a huge hole. No, we don't want this. We need to go. Shit. Get to him. Dude. Just fading away from the pocket. Finds his wide receiver. Didn't think they were going to sneak on a 3rd and 1. We are going to blitz right here, though. Better pinch our line. If they run outside, we're cooked. Nope, we're not. Dude, they are not running the ball right now very well at all. They'll get it going, though. I know they will. We've seen consistent run success from the CPU. Start off slow. No, pick up. Okay. Get the pressure, he steps up and goes. All right. All right. 13 play drive. They just marched it down my throats, man. Yeah, they always have one before week 1, but normally it's not the first one. Aaron Rodgers doing the greatest shouldn't be coded in the game. I agree. He should be belt only. The belt, or just running down and tapping his wide receivers like he does. Got him. You guys should see play action does work, especially when you've been able to run the ball a little bit. Which we have been. And we're going to get back to it right now. Him with a little screen here, maybe? Haven't really tried any of this kind of stuff yet. Oh, let's move. Let's get that corner out of here. Hit a block. All right. We'll take 8 there. Third and 3. I mean, we're in 4-down territory here. Just given where we're out in the field. Oh, Cooper Kupp. One on that route. We might get an answer here, y'all. Oh my. See how I say the CPU will adjust? If you're running the ball very well against them, enjoy it. Because they will adjust. And they'll start taking that away, and then you have to attack what they give you. Kind of like as a CPU. Like right now, they're not able to run the ball on me. Oh my, off-target throw. But they've had their way passing. So if I start looking to take away their pass more due to the fact that they've been having their way passing, most likely the run game's going to open up a little bit. It's one of those cat and mouse types situations, which I really enjoy. There we go. Good run. Yeah, we're definitely going for it. 4th and 2, we're going for this. No! Caught from behind? Dang. I thought I had it, y'all. I thought I had it. Oh no, he's going to lose 5 yards there because of the stumbles. Oh, good play, Love. Let's go. Rodgers got greedy, man. Let's get that back. Let's get some points on the board here. Takes me out of bounds. Dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. So, wear and tear does not seem to be... The main menu settings does not seem to really have any impact. I'm not seeing anything different. I'm definitely not seeing the players rotate out. No, I didn't set them like we did last time, but even then when I set them, we didn't see players rotating in and out. Good defense. Oh, man. What do we want to do here? You have to throw it a little bit. I kind of want to run this. Got one. I can't. Cool down. I couldn't audible to it, but alright, it worked out. We're in 4-down territory here too, man. They're ready for it. Look at this. We're gonna move Fant. We're gonna move Fant over. Oh my, they were so ready for that. Lost a yard and a half. Yeah, we'll take the points. And we were just down here and got no points at all. Can't do that 2 times in a row. Fun game. I'm waiting for them to get their run game going. I know it will. He is, I mean, I just know that they will. Been around this block too many times with Madden to know. Start busting off some 14, 15 yarders. Ooh. Oh, right on cue. It wasn't a 7-yarder, but still. I love their commitment to the run game. They've definitely been running the ball more with these settings, just overall. You guys saw it with the 49ers. You're seeing it here with the Steelers. Now, the Steelers do run the ball a lot. 49ers and Madden have historically not ran the ball very much. I'm enjoying the gameplay, man. I don't know about you guys, but my only issue is the CPU hasn't been able to run the ball this game so far, but you guys thought they were able to run the ball fine against the 49ers in the rain, and I think that when it's all said and done, we'll see some decent numbers from the CPU. Try to get some shells on him. CGM, the gameplay. Hey, I was telling y'all, man. I was telling y'all. They can't fool me, right? EA can't fool me. I know how this goes. They'll eventually get the run game going. CGM, man, the gameplay is ready for a franchise, man. It's just a trade issue, bro. Like, there's other issues in franchise, don't get me wrong. But the only one that I'd say is, like, you're going to have to restart is because of the traits. Yeah, kickers and punters don't have wear and tear. How are they going to they go out there for one play? Right? And they typically don't get hit. Oh, I'm sorry. You said you noticed that there was wear and tear on kickers. Did they get hit? Like, were like a roughing the kicker call, or were they involved in a tackle? That's about the only way they could see. That's about the only way I could see them having some wear and tear. We got a little... I haven't been blitzing him much, right? Aaron Rodgers is always so deadly against the blitz. I'm going to blitz him here, though. I've been trying to just get home with 4. Has not worked. We're gonna blitz him again. Third and inches. Are they gonna go for this here? I mean, they have timeout. They have a timeout left, so why not? Ain't no way they're running this. There's just no way they're running this. Finally got a sack. Finally got a sack. It's DeMarcus Lawrence. Last play of the half. Right, and I set the CGM, I set wear and tear sliders at the, I tried calling timeout to mess with them. At the main menu before that to see if it did anything, and I set positional wear and tear, not seeing a thing. Good first half. I'm curious to see how the second half looks now that they're able to get their run game going. So EA hasn't yet called before the storm. I was in Mill's stream like a day or two ago, and I asked him a question. I don't remember what it was. Oh, I asked him how the pass rush was because he's on default all Madden, and the reason I don't like, you know, had my issue with all Madden default was pass rush. Like they just weren't using, like, regardless of using their moves or not, there just wasn't any push, right? And he asked me, he's like, are you talking about because of the traits? I'm assuming he saw my video or something. And he said, because they're aware of that and it's getting addressed. So that's where I say they must know about it. I haven't really seen anybody else talking about the traits. But I mean, he's, you know, goes to EA every year. He goes to Orlando every year to see the game early. He's a part of the EA Creator Network. I mean, he's got good relationships with the devs. So if he tells me that they're aware of it and they're addressing it, then I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he's not making that up. I would almost guarantee that that's he's been told that. Now, when is it going to be addressed? Is it going to cause issues when they address it? You know, stuff like that. Those are things we don't know. Like, maybe they thought that this was an easy fix and they could just go in and be like, oh, do this, and then it messed with something else and now it's taken longer. Change their scheme, CGM. Put them on the pistol and watch what happens. As they should be anyway. Real quick before we get started, we got you guys in here. I think I can do a poll in the chat. I think so. Start a poll. Okay, here we go. I want your guys' opinion. Not necessarily 100%. Sorry, typing with my left hand. Poll. Boom. Alright, let's get that going. If you guys, you know, do that. We're gonna put keep fresh. We're gonna go keep. Well, I love that they got rid of the stupid defend inside run, defend. I hated that with a passion. Sorry. Get the poll up. If you guys weren't here, I've been all in on the Giants as my franchise team for the last couple weeks. And then last night, I just got this inclinant, like, this feeling of, well, maybe I want to do these other two teams. Now, the thing that sucks with both those teams is no snow games other than traveling. Now, at the Jaguars, it's kind of cool because, you know, depending on when you play the Titans, if you play them at the end of the year, you could get snow there in the division. And then on top of that, if you're playing the AFC East, you're going to have a game against the Jets, Patriots, or Bills on the road. Most likely one of them will be at the end of the year. So you could have snow there. If you're playing the AFC North that year, all four of those teams get snow. So you're most likely going to have one of those at the end of the year. And then if you play the AFC West, you have the Chiefs and the Broncos as an opportunity for snow if you happen to be on the road at the end of the year there. So the Jaguars, you definitely have more opportunities to be in a snow game than the Panthers, in my opinion, because you have zero shot of getting any snow in the NFC West. Then you play in your own division, you have two teams that are in a dome. And then the NFC North, you have two teams in a dome. NFC East, you have three teams for a chance at a snow game if you play them at the end of the year. You know, so less likely, I think, with the Panthers than with the Jaguars. It's crazy to say that, but it's kind of true. But I could see myself having fun with either of those. I could still do the Giants too. I was just thinking, you know, I see a lot of other people are doing the Giants right now. Like Mills started with the Jaguars, got fired, and is now with the Giants, you know. Fenler's with the Giants. He's, you know, so there's just other people doing. It's a bad throw. Hold on, we got a flag. Ineligible man downfield. DPI. A. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, and SoCal, these sliders going to be released on Discord or X? I never release any sliders on either, man. It's always a YouTube video, bro. That's how I grow my channel. X is good, X I kind of like announce them. You know what I mean? The Discord is great to answer questions, throw out ideas, stuff like that. But videos are always released on my YouTube channel. It's how I gain subscribers. Views help me, you know, obviously for monetization. So that's how that goes. Also, it allows me to be very thorough, the video, because I do cover a lot of stuff that I'm just not typing this all up. Like, typing it all up and then trying to cover everything and explain stuff, hell no. Everyone in here who's seen my videos know I try to cover a lot of questions that are going to be asked in the video. I try to explain stuff as best as I can. See, I've never, I didn't know that that's what his approval rating was. That's hilarious to me. Ryan, I already answered your question, bro, or were you not here when I answered? I turn coach firing for CPU only. I don't, when I pick a team, that's where I want to be. I don't want to jump around. I like to just feel at home with where I'm at. So if I pick the Giants or the Jaguars or the Panthers, my goal is to just build that team continually and make that as successful of a team as possible. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Ryan, so what I was saying when you asked that question is these sliders aren't out yet. Actually just made it to this level yesterday with the sliders. This is gameplay showing them off to see what people think. And then what I'll do is I drop sliders for my YouTube members. Go get that block. Thank you. For early access for beta, I'll have a video for all my YouTube members. That's one of their perks that they get. Beta slider tests, early access on slider videos. Now, in my opinion, these sliders are 100% ready to be released. The reason I'm holding off on releasing them for a couple more days is I'm nervous that EA is going to announce a patch on Monday for Tuesday. And I don't want to make a slider. Oh my goodness. I told you guys, remember I was running the ball really, really well. I was like, they're going to adjust to it. Look what happened. Which I'm fine with that. That's the cat and mouse aspect of the game. I love that. I don't want to release a slider video and then they drop a patch and makes the video irrelevant. I hate that. So I'm going to wait till Monday. Oh! Get your feet down, Noah Fant. If on Monday they don't announce a patch for Tuesday, then I will put these out. And they'll probably go live on Tuesday or something like that. Had them. Just didn't have time. Well, we had an update, World is Yours, but like on the 14th as well on console. It was only 750 megs, and the fact that there was no patch notes tells you that there wasn't, and I just missed this. I just missed that, wow. There was no game, it was just stability stuff. If there was anything that impacted gameplay whatsoever, anything that impacted the game whatsoever other than stability, they would have dropped the patch notes. Even if it was something as minor as, hey, we updated this field, we updated this uniform, we updated player likeness, they are going to drop a patch note that says, hey, we did this, we updated stuff. So that patch was all stability. 100%. And EA has been very consistent with like this year as far as they announced the patch and what's in it the day before they actually push it out. That's why I want to wait till Monday, because they drop patches typically on Tuesdays. I believe Tuesdays. And so we should know on Monday. Diamante, I have not had interceptions or ball security at 0 ever. I don't know where you got that, man. Wasn't me. Was not me, bro. I have ball security at 50. Now, last year on Madden, we had it down to 25. Tested it for a while this year, too. Ultimately, I prefer 50. So does Big Papa, who tests a lot with me. We kind of tested it with it on 25 versus 50, and there just wasn't enough standing out to be like, yeah, we need to keep this change. Good block. Let's go. They're taking away the inside. We'll try to hit them on the outside. That's what we're going to do. And now we're going to hit them with these RPOs. Let's see what we got for an RPO here that I could... They don't have a lot of RPOs in their playbook. But I have never had interceptions at 0. Last year I had interceptions at 25 for the All Madden set. But it's at, oh, big play. Let's go, Valdez. You're fast. You're a burner. Get going. He felt slow there. That's what I'm saying. They're taking away the run game on the inside. We got to hit them on the outside. So I'm saying, y'all, cat and mouse game, and I love it. How is opponent? It's been pretty decent. So it's going to fluctuate, right? I'm going to pause for this real quick. I want to be able to focus on this play, but you can't go into a slider set and be like, all right, I want the quarterback to be 60, 65, 70% every single game. That's just unrealistic, right? Jaden Daniels had 2 games over 90% completion last year as a rookie. Jared Goff had, like, what was it, a 6 or 7 game stretch where he had more touchdowns than incompletions. So you can't look at it like, what's your average completion? Yeah, we want the completion percentage, but we also want to look at what kind of throws. So Demontre, that was all main menu stuff, right? So I was telling you in the main menu, zero out everything in the main menu, and then inside franchise, you have to do this. I can understand why you're confused on that. So the thing is what I'm going for here isn't completion percentage. It's the type of throws the quarterback's making. So Aaron Rodgers is right now 73%, but you guys have seen he's got a 6.7 average. He's taken a couple shots down the field. He got intercepted on one of them. You know, he's had a couple off-target throws, had a drop or two. That's what I'm looking for, is what kind of throws is he attempting? And we look at the 49ers game that we only played a half because of the rain and the drops and stuff, right? Look at the throws Brock Purdy was attempting there. He was slinging it down the field. And if they sling it down the field and your coverage isn't there and they have a high completion percentage because of it, well, okay. But at least they're pushing the ball down the field instead of dinking and dunking. Oh no. I didn't know he was going to stop right there. Didn't know he was going to stop right there. I screwed up. I went on that rant. And like I looked at the play, but I didn't look at the play when I did the R2 right before I snapped it. Yo, Clayton, yeah, man, I appreciate that too. It's been really cool, man. I do want to say I appreciate everyone. We got 5 people over on Twitch right now. Looks like we got 60-ish on YouTube, 65. I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. I want you guys to know, before college football released, I was streaming and I was getting maybe 15 to 20 viewers, which, you know, 16, 17,000 subs. So that's just really, really low. And then college football has released and y'all have been showing out, man. Y'all have been absolutely showing out. We've been constantly getting 60 plus every single stream, and I can't tell you what that does for streamers, man. Like their confidence, their desire to do it again. What's the penalty here? Another pass interference. I just want to say, because I'm going to get a lot of pushback on this slider setup. We're on All Madden. But All Madden had 2 things that I didn't like. Number 1 is just, it was very All Madden. It was very unbalanced. Like you could feel the cheese. And then, you know, just to try to clean up some of that stuff, to make it feel like I had a chance and stuff like that without having, you know, certain things to happen or whatever. The big secret, if you guys haven't been paying attention to top right-hand corner, is I moved over to competitive style, which I did for my sliders in Madden 2020, Madden 22 or 23. I can't remember which one. But I was on comp style for that when I went to All Madden for that year. I truly believe if you're All Madden plays best on comp style in franchise mode. Now, a lot of the reasons people want to will just immediately shut it down is, oh, competitive, you're not going to have any injuries. We've seen injuries pop up. I got clips of them. You still get injuries on competitive. The other one is penalties. You guys have already seen DPI called twice this game on competitive with the slider set to 0. DPI is at 0. We've seen 2 of them. There's really no, like, the main one could be the fatigue. Like, I will say we tested fatigue too, raising it to C. It was bad. It had a huge impact on the CPU. Their run pass ratio got cooked. It was ridiculous. Not doing it. SimFB, yep, he's in here saying down, but he hasn't tried it yet. SimFB's thumbs down, but he hasn't tried it. That's like my man being told, hey man, you need to try some Wagyu steak. Some Wagyu steak, it's unbelievable. It's so much better than regular steak. And he's like, never tried it, but thumbs down Wagyu steak. My man. You just gotta try it, bro. Like, we've 2 DPIs already, and you'll get false starts. Haven't really seen offsides, and haven't, holding is one year, but we hardly saw holding called anyway. And again, I'm choosing gameplay over that. I just noticed a Charbonnet's in the game, and I didn't do that. That must be the wear and tear kicking in, or did Walker get hurt? We need to go look and see. So Clayton, the gameplay is really good in 26. For me, it's the franchise stuff. I've only had a Bison Burger Beetlejuice. Like, I've had a couple Bison burgers. They are legit. I just want to see if he's hurt. No, so they finally took Kenneth Walker out because of wear and tear. Interesting. Bison burgers are really good. Elk burgers are really good too. But I thought the best analogy was like a Wagyu steak or a dry aged steak. If they dry aged it for 3 months. My guy SimFB is like, nah, man. Let me get that ribeye from Texas Roadhouse instead. Oh man, no, that's good. G-Man, the slider is 100% dictates the frequency of an animation being triggered. That animation is what impacts the gameplay, right? Because Madden and NBA 2K are animation driven, not physics driven. So animations dictate outcomes. That's why, if you ever notice on NBA 2K, for those of you who play 2K, and I do this myself on my sliders, we raise the shooting foul tendency, right? And so why do we do that? We want more shooting fouls to occur. But if you ever notice, as soon as you raise that, the fouls that start to occur are like hard, like just they don't make any sense. The guys are getting raped, man. Like stuff that wasn't happening before. You get like this weird stuff playing out. And that's the game putting animations in to dictate more fouls. So you have to have the foul animations need to occur more to get more fouls called. And that's why the fouls don't. The fouls get called more, but then you can see the animations that are occurring more often too. And those animations will occur and there's not fouls and stuff like that. So I think that's the best way to give the analogy, because 2K, just like EA, they're animation-based gameplay. So the penalties are a manipulator of... take care, Sim. Thank you for coming through, bro. The animations are... The penalty slider impacts the frequency of those animations occurring. And then those animations occurring... shoot. Are what impacts the gameplay. And that's why, you know, every year it tests, you know, test penalty sliders and see what are the impacts of it on the gameplay. What animations are occurring, what aren't occurring. So I know which way to set it based on what is needed. 3rd and 1. Can we get this? Let's take it to quarter break. I think we'll see Kenneth Walker back in because he gets the recovery. But I did not take Charbonnet out. Let's see here. 3rd and 1. Let's just try to... Let's see. Why is... I didn't do that. I don't remember doing that anyway. There we go. Big run. Needed that. There's an injury, right? So again, we're getting injuries. We're getting some penalties. And we're getting really good gameplay. And that's why I kind of always tell people, what would you rather have? The best possible gameplay and fewer penalties, or subpar gameplay but you're getting a couple more penalties a game? Ah, stupid. Let's run this screen. I mean, for you guys, what would you rather have? Great gameplay, or would you like to have the holding penalty called 2 or 3 times a game more than what it is, and a couple offsides? You know what I mean? I would love it to be both, but... Oh, big block! Big Papa, that's a big point. It's disabled for head-to-head, not playing the CPU. And you look at the other perks of comp, which is why I like it for all Madden, is you don't have... Oh no! Oh, he got that! Oh my... I thought I threw a pick. I thought I threw a pick, you guys. The feeling of all Madden cheese does not exist when it's on comp. And the number one reason why is if you read the description in the main menu of the different modes, right? Simulation has RNG to it. It'll say expect the unexpected, anything can happen. They tie RNG into simulation game mode. That RNG is not... I just gotta go... Whew. That RNG is not present on comp. Drew, that would make sense to me. I mean, the gameplay, in my opinion, is just so much better on all Madden. Now, all Pro, you could stay on Sim. Because you don't have that... Oh, no. He caught that. Let's go. They fooled the crap out of me on that one. All Pro, you don't have that cheesy feeling, right? That is embedded in the game to make it feel harder. Like you do on all Madden. But... because you look at this... 20-6. It looks like I'm just getting destroyed. I threw a pick 6. I came down here. I was in field goal range, and I went for it. Didn't get it. So that's an extra 3 points. And then I've thrown a couple interceptions, but they're all just me being stupid. So this game, I mean, the game's been competitive, and we're down here in range to score points again. No, we're going... We haven't sneaked it yet. We're sneaking it unless they're lined up right over us. So we're gonna audible to right here. Yeah, big Cam Hayward right over us. No, thank you. Oh no! Yes! What? How do we not get that? Challenge? I can't... How did we not get this first down? Like, he got hit. Remember, we had to get inches. Inches here. There's the ball with his knee down. Ooh. Where's the ball? Knees down. Okay, we didn't get it. No, we're going for this, though. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to come out to QB sneak it, and if they're lined up, we're actually going to roll to sneak this time. We got it. Holy smokes. We need to give ourselves a better chance at getting a touchdown here. There we go. Oh no, Cooper Kupp. He got hit. Got hit. I can't move him. Get that block. Let's go. We gotta get a little tricky on these guys, man. Their defense is tough. As it should be. It's the Steelers. But I haven't felt a single moment of I'm being cheated or I can't do anything. You know? That's what I like the most about switching this. 21 for 78. We're just under 4 yards to carry against a very good Steelers defense. I'm fine with that. We've been able to throw the ball a little bit. I don't want to stretch this out. I want to go right at him right here. Push forward. Nope. There's his wear and air impact report. That's not that bad for the amount of carries he's had, though. I'm not too upset about that. Max protect. Wide open. Oh my God, let's go. Ugh. They all went, look at that. All went for him and we were able to just get him wide open. Nah, I'm not touching quarterback traits, man. They programmed quarterbacks really, really well this year. I have no issues with the quarterback play. The biggest issue with quarterbacks was they were dinking and dunking too much or feeling way too accurate, but we got them not dinking and dunking. They don't dink and dunk, man. Like, they'll push the ball on you with this setup. It's up to you to make sure your coverage is good enough to... Oh, speaking of that, I was going on the rant. So, not a rant, but I was saying how this wasn't, you know, we're down by a touchdown. I threw a pick six. I was down here, went for it when I was in field goal range, didn't get it. I missed a field goal. I mean... if I took both of those, it'd be 20-19. And I would have went for two right there. We're still very much in this. And we are going to... we're going to start throwing some stunts in too. Oh no. Drew, yes I will. I'm gonna make a video for y'all. I'm assuming you guys keep asking, you must like how this is looking, how this is playing. That was the big thing I wanted on this stream, was to get your guys' feedback. I've been enjoying it. I've been feeling like it's pretty good. Been having fun with it, for sure. But yeah, these will be members access. We're blitzing. We're gonna blitz, we're gonna protect the sticks. We're gonna blitz. We haven't brought a lot of pressure on him. Did not get home. Oh snap, hold on. What do we just have going on here? Drew with the 5 gifted. What up, Drew? Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. And, yo, Rico, AC87, Brian, Average Gamer, and Baker. You gotta make sure you give, your props, man. Drew just took everyone up. Well, not, he hooked you guys up. Thank you so much, Drew. I really appreciate you. Good D. Yeah, it plays better too. And you're gonna have different experiences. Now, I don't playing around with the wide receiver catching. You know, we're gonna check the drops. You know, might make a little change there. But the fact is they were catching way too much stuff at 50. So that's why it's only on 40. You know, but it seems to be very impactful. And the goal was not to have necessarily those wide open drops, but to have more of those contested catches be dropped. And unfortunately, it seems to have just added to some of the wide opens versus the contested. Now, we'll look and see what the total drops are. Oh, he squeaked through there. We'll take a look at the total drops, you know, after the game. They're gonna run this. I need to get up. I don't want to blitz. I'm scared to blitz. Yep, they didn't run it. Nope. That's just about done it. They're in field goal range here. There has been a lot of blocked kicks though, so maybe they count pass breakups as drops? Okay. I think we've seen 3 to 4 actual drops. They had the one in the first quarter on that comeback route to that wide receiver on the outside there. They had one over the middle. They had that one to DK just now. I think for sure 3, maybe 4. There we got a sack. Coverage sack. That's our second sack of the game, you guys. And we are going to bring a little pressure. Nickel overload 3. We'll protect the sticks. Yep, off the edge. Let's go. Timeout. Now it's a 47-yarder. And let's hopefully not get the penalty. Ah, shucks. And we might have to go to like 45 on the wide receiver catching. It's just to try to increase those occurring just a little bit more, you know? Because on default 50, y'all, they just user 2. That's the thing, is pretty even on the frequency. User was, you know, getting leveled across the middle, hanging on to it. That pick 6 killed us. Man. Get the first at least. There we go. We're gonna take a shot here. Valdez Scantling. He's a burner. See if we can't get him deep. No, we got miscommunication. Walker. Go Walker deep. Dang it. I should have just ran. Yeah, I've seen some block kicks. Like I don't even try to block the kick, you know, depending on the situation, right? Because I don't want to give them the let him too much. Dang it. These coach suggestions are brutal. Brutal. Your boy Sammy Dimes. Yeah, quarterback accuracy for the users on 50, man. It's all or nothing on that. That's tough. Like, you know, when you're in that situation, you got to try to push the ball down the field. And they're able to sit back because they're up by 2 scores. We're not going to call timeouts. We're going to let this run out. GG's, Steelers. GG's. There. We got all our sacks in the last 2 drives. We had 1 sack. And then last drive we got 2 back-to-back and we just got one right there. Ended up with 4. Yeah, Drew, thank you. And if you guys got a gifted, I see Rico gave the shout out. Anybody else who got a gifted sub, man, you should definitely be telling Drew thank you. Like, I understand you're lurking. No, I get that, but if someone hooks you up, you should probably say thank you. Just had some missed opportunities and then gave them free points with that pick 6, man. So overall, now the running game, they ended up not running as much in the second half to try to get it, you know, better. But ultimately, 26 for 36 for 231 for 72%. 6.4 yards per attempt. We're cool with that, man. Obviously, we don't like that. But that offsets it a little bit. Like, he came in and just... Oh, that's me. Sorry. Wow. I'm an idiot. Let's switch it over here. Aaron Rodgers, yeah, that doesn't look good. But we saw Christian McCaffrey go. I'm going to call that a fluke. He did start to get it going. You know, to be 12 and 11 when you have a long of 11, pretty ridiculous. Beetlejuice, I don't think... Nope, you didn't get the lucky roll. AC87, Brian, Average Gamer, and Baker need to say thank you. But here he went to DK Metcalf 9 times. Robert Woods. No tight end spam, that's for sure. Yeah, Smokey, they're good, man. College football sliders are good. I don't feel like they need anything needs to be updated. I mean, do the profile delete, load in the sliders, and if, you know, you're having an issue with the run game or the pass rush, I talk about how to adjust that in the video, and that's all there. So there's really, you already advanced a week. I just noticed that you finish the game and you come back and you're already on to the next week. You don't actually have to advance it. Oh, here's what we were going to do. We were going to look at doesn't show drops from that game. Well, that stinks. I appreciate that, Smokey. Yeah, they announced that Sports Network is, if you go classic, the field matches it, except they didn't do it. I'm so upset. They didn't do it for the Rams, man. For their, like, the year after they won the Super Bowl in '99, like their 2000 jerseys, they didn't do that. So, like, they didn't, if you rock those jerseys in a game, it doesn't change the logo, it doesn't change, not a gamer, no, we didn't say your name, we said Average Gamer, got gifted a sub, looking for him to say thank you. Is what we're doing. If you guys haven't yet, I see we have 51 votes. If you guys have not been able to vote yet on the franchise team, please do. I'm gonna weigh that in my decision. So we're really just kind of like, these mean nothing. It hasn't felt like this means anything. What should you try? Lower DPI. I raised it to get them to push the ball down the field. Now, I wasn't seeing the high percentages because they were pushing the ball down the field and it was leading to pass breakups. But no, you're good, Not a Gamer. I appreciate you inquiring. But yeah, I wasn't having that issue, Epal, personally. But yeah, you can lower the DPI. That should help as long as it doesn't increase the sacks. If you start to see some sack increases, put the DPI back up because you should be seeing them pushing the ball down the field. And then at that point, you could just lower the accuracy. I think would be the best thing to do. Or you could try lowering our roughing the passer. It'll get the ball out of their hands a little bit quicker, which could mean they throw a little too, off target. They're throwing the receivers who aren't ready for it. The break hasn't happened. Whatever. Things like that. The Saints are 1-1. We're gonna play a little bit of this game. I don't know if we'll play the full one. It's already 1 o'clock. I'm getting hungry, but let's go ahead and play this game. I'm trying to think. Do we want to? Yeah, I'm not gonna touch the catching for now. It's at 40. If it needs to go to 50, it needs to go to 50, you know? Ooh. We gotta do... No, not me. Shoot. Yep, but we gotta do... That's so clean, you guys. Like, if I didn't run the Saints last year, I'd probably do the Saints again this year. Or do the Saints this year. Because of the new helmet and the new gold jersey. So freaking clean. I have no idea what our current alternate is. We'll just wing it. Because EA has bugs. Another rain game. That's why I could never play as the Seahawks, man. Now, we did adjust the drops, but is it going to be enough? We'll play like a quarter of this or so, maybe a little bit longer, because the rain, I'm not really feeling it, because I still need to dial in those sliders. I don't have them yet. No, I'm still trying to figure those out. Smokey. Yeah, but Rico, I've done that too, and if you look at my video, my last video on Madden franchise, I even show like backing out and then backing back in, and it shows both like players, but one's like kind of grayed out weird. Doesn't always work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Either way, we shouldn't have to do that, Rico. It's very house call, first play of the game, let's go. I never hold down in the R2, man. I hate that backflip. So we just ran it, what, like 23 times for 80 yards last game, and we just busted a 76 or 77 yarder. First play of the game. 75 yarder. That's what I like about these sliders, man. Like, and how this is feeling. We were struggling against the Steelers, man. We didn't even have a 4 yard per carry. We were under 4 yards per carry. We're gonna coach suggestions, see how long it takes for them to suggest the same play we've already called. Yeah, Drew, when I make the members video, it'll have everything that I'm currently using. Now, I haven't done XP sliders yet, but I have started with XP sliders, so I'll put where I currently have the XP sliders are at. That's like the one hold up too. Good pass breakup. Good start on defense. This game, it's tough because we're playing against Spencer Rattler, Rain, you know. Should win this one, you would think. Now, we're not gonna play the full game. Like I said, I need to go eat. but I want to get the stream early. But yeah, Drew, it'll have everything. The XP sliders where I'm currently at. Again, very, very early stages. All the auto subs are locked in. The penalties are locked in. Oh my. We're on pace for 200. The only thing that's not really locked in is wide receiver catching. We might go to 45 there. I'm glad that was an off-target throw. That was going to be an interception. Frobo Fett, no, not at all. Last game against the... well, we played a half against the 49ers. It was a rain game, so we only played a half, got out of it. I had one sack against Brock Purdy. No, I didn't have a single sack against Brock Purdy in the first half. Not a single one. And then, ooh, that's probably a good thing. That was... And then against Aaron Rodgers, just now at the Steelers, had one sack at the half, ended with 4, got 3 sacks on their last 2 possessions. Catch and run. Didn't get there. We're going for it. Yeah, coach on the same page. Bro, we are running all over them right now. This is an insane start to the game. Based on what we were just experiencing. It's like night and day. So far, they've been like really focusing on taking away the pass. But it's allowed us to kind of run right up the gut on them. We'll take that. Make it 3rd and 9. Never know what could happen on 3rd and 9. Big thing here is Chili, bro. We're pretty good, man. We're pretty set. Biggest thing here is no interceptions. At least get points. Hey! Look at that block downfield. See that block downfield from my wide receiver? Look at this. We step up as the pocket's collapsing. Look at this. Demario Davis sees us. And he tries to come up and get us, but Smith and Jigba says, not today. Gets him out of the way. Heck yeah. I just missed that one. No, I didn't. Okay. Dude, Sam Darnold's gonna get lit the hell up if that block wouldn't occurred. Because I was trying to get the first down. I was like, no. We're going for this. We're sending. We're diving. We're gonna whatever. Dang, nice catch, Taysom Hill. I'm cool with that. He's a 70 overall. It's in the rain. Throw on the run. I mean, I like where he threw it. I gotta look, because you guys know I played with the Saints last year. I need to know, did they update Spencer Rattler? Nope. They did not update his face at all. Starting quarterback in the NFL, and they can't... I understand they need to do face scans, but why can't you just get like what 2K does and at least have like a molding tool or something for players? You could at least get kind of close. Look a lot better than that generic ass face. Smokey, yeah, I'm still on Heisman. And all Madden. Yeah. Oh no. Why'd they call a quarterback draw right there? See the difference in playing a lower rated quarterback? We weren't getting... Brock Purdy was running, he was getting rid of it. Aaron Rodgers was doing the same. He's going deep though. Did they patch what, Matthew? There's been nothing dropped for Madden yet. No patch. Let's see if we can still just run it down their throats. I just want to see them announce the, hey, we're aware of this and we're working on it. Like college football, like they did the whole, hey, we're aware of this and we're working on this. Like at least drop the, hey, we're aware. You know what I mean? Give people the peace of mind that you guys are addressing the plethora of issues in franchise mode. Like the menus being so slow when they talked about how they worked really hard to make the menus fast. Oh, what a dot. What a dot. Yo, we're gonna steamroll this team. You can just tell, man, this has one of those steamroll vibes. Now we're gonna run against this look. Which is cool because we were losing against the 49ers. We just lost to the Steelers. So being able to like play a team and win or feel like you're gonna win, at least early. Or are they working on Ultimate Team stuff, Drew? That's why it's bad, is you need to tell us that you're not, we're working on an issue with Ultimate Team. When there's so many issues with the franchise mode, man. All the other issues, slow menus, all that stuff, the wear and tear, I can eat all of that. I need the traits fixed. That's what I need. I will deal with the wear and tear. I will deal with the slow menus. I will deal with the bullshit XP stuff. I will deal with the menus, the uniform selection. All of that. But I need traits for my edge rushers. I need them to be able to gain pass rushing traits. I need defensive tackles to not all be boosted 6 overall because the nose tackle archetype. At this point, they just got to dump archetypes, man. Archetypes have caused so many issues for their game since they brought it in. Just get rid of them. Nobody gives a shit about archetypes. And if the archetypes were that important, why aren't they in play now? Why can't you edit or view traits for archetypes? You can't view a player's archetype or edit their archetype or their traits in play now. It's only a franchise thing. Ooh, if this wasn't a rain game, Kamara's still running right there, man. He slipped. Like, are we talking just gameplay only? Probably college football, if we're talking just gameplay. Ugly first quarter for them, great first quarter for us. So we were only going to play a quarter just to kind of see, which was kind of nice. So I was able to verify that Spencer Rattler played like Spencer Rattler, and Kamara was definitely had a couple nice little runs that, you know, would have been nicer had he not slipped, had it not been a rain game, because he's more shifty, right? So that impacts him so much more when he's trying to get loose. Oh my. Woo! Fun first quarter. What's crazy is it could completely change. We're not going to find out. Because I told you guys that I was going to only play a quarter, and then I'm going to honestly kind of end the stream, and I'm going to put together an updated video for the YouTube members. It's not going to be live right away after this, right? Because I need to eat. I need to record it, I need to eat, and then I will get it uploaded for you guys. But you'll definitely see it here this afternoon. It's 1 o'clock where I live. It'll be up with, you know, just understand what I got to do, right? No, Ryan, this is all Madden. We're on all Madden, Ryan. I just lost to the Steelers. Was losing, you know. SJ, is Madden 25 better than 20? No. For 2 reasons, really. I think the coach suggestions for the user are not good. I think they still need to be improved, but the play call selection for the CPU is so much better. They aren't calling 4 verts or screens every single time. They aren't as predictable every single time, right? So the CPU play calling so much better than 25. Quarterback AI logic so much better. I haven't seen a run back sack. Maybe like where they just turn and run backwards, like in Madden 25, like you get the pressure, and they would just turn and run away. They'd run backwards, and instead of getting a sack, which would have been like 6 yards, it's like 16-yard loss because they'd run away. They'd run backwards. Like, what are they trying to do? I have no idea. The quarterback play and the play call selection for the CPU makes Madden 26 better than Madden 25 alone. On top of the new, like the quarterback animations, signature styles, it feels better. I like the movement changes. Gameplay wise, 26 is a lot better than 25. And it will be better than college football if and when they can get a couple of those things tweaked. Honestly, for gameplay, it just needs those traits. As soon as they fix the traits, gameplay is going to be better than 26. 100%. College football 26. So that's kind of where I'm at. Sounds like you should upgrade 26 then. I'm not going to tell you to go spend your money. I'm not starting my franchise just yet because I'm waiting for that patch. Walker 343. So he ran for 200 yards after I got out of there. Over 200 yards. He ran for 220 yards in the Super Sim. That's insane. We have a halfback breakout. I wonder who it could be. What are the goals? I don't like the... This is so stupid. I wish they did breakouts differently, right? Because you could have 145 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns, and it would not be good enough if you go this route. Here, you need to have 100. You could do the same thing. You could do like 150 yards, but 3 touchdowns wouldn't be good enough. Here, you could have 250 all-purpose yards, but no touchdown. Wouldn't be good enough. I hate this. EA doesn't think about these things. That's why I hate the XP progression system, and I hate dev traits. Because yes, players need to be able to earn dev traits and go down. But when you have breakout scenarios, which is why I play with breakout scenarios off, by the way, players will still break out just on their own. Because now if I pick this, whatever one I pick, my next game, what am I doing in that game? I'm trying to get this goal. I'd win, be damned. I want to get Kenneth Walker his dev trait upgraded. So I'm going to try to force feed him to get 125 yards and a touchdown. Or if I pick this one, I'm going to force feed him in the pass game. I'm going to call a ton of screens, try to run whatever I can to get him 125 yards. My whole game plan is going to be around forcing something to try to happen with Kenneth Walker instead of playing into the game and take what's there. Because you guys just saw against the Steelers, I ran it like 22 times. Let's just go see. I'm gonna pick this. It's not gonna matter. In the past, they've impacted gameplay, Smokey. I don't know because I haven't finished my XP sliders yet, so I don't know how much they impact them this year. But that's why I'm going to include what I have, where I'm at with it for you guys, so you guys, so we're all on the same level. 22 for 79. So I literally just played the full game against the Steelers, averaged 3.6 yards a carry, and then you guys saw I had a 75-yard run first play of the game. Had another big carry. You don't know what you're going to get. You just play within whatever the game presents to you. That's why I do not like breakout scenarios. Because now, again, if this was my franchise and I did that, now when I play against the Cardinals, I don't care. I'm not going to take what they give me. I'm not going to be, play call selective. It's going to be like, gotta get Kenneth Walker this, gotta get him this, gotta give him this. And even if I lose, but I get the 125 and touchdown, I'm happy because it's like, yep, I got Kenneth Walker's dev trait upgrade. Conscious Mind, thank you for subscribing to the channel, man. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. So, I really wish they would stop with these goals for coach goals, weekly goals and stuff that are gonna dictate how you play the game. I don't like it. I don't like being rewarded because I need to get off what I do well, or whatever the CPU's given me. Because what if the pass game's open and they're taking away the run? You know? All right, and SoCal, thank you. Welcome to SGN Nation, bro. Thank you for becoming a member and sponsoring the channel. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. So guys, basically, we're going to wrap up the stream here. I'll just kind of reiterate what the next steps are on these. Still going to monitor wide receiver catching a little bit, mostly get feedback from the beta testers. It's at 40 right now. Maybe we'll go up to 45. Just kind of keep a look at on that. But what the next step is I feel like these are 99% ready to go, other than said wide receiver catching. I'm waiting till Monday to see if EA announces a patch, because I don't want to drop something that is made irrelevant a day or two later. I hate doing that. Hate it. So what I am doing is all my beta sliders are one of the perks of being a member, being a sponsor of the channel. You get access to all sliders that I'm currently testing. Early access to that, early access when videos go live. So these are going to be going up for all YouTube members to test and provide feedback. The main feedback, of course, is going to be wide receiver catching at 40. Does it need to be a little bit higher? And in any other feedback that they have, to make sure that these are 100% good. Once I gather some feedback from all my YouTube members who play, verify the slider set's ready to roll, no changes need to be made, then I make that video and it's for everybody. After, normally I do a 3-day early access, but because this is like 99% done, I probably won't do the early access as much this time, because I don't anticipate any changes really being made other than potentially wide receiver catching, which would be feedback from said members. So why would I need to do a 3-day in that scenario? But I'm gonna get that video recorded and up for all YouTube members this afternoon, for them to go ahead and test and play and provide feedback. If you aren't a sponsor of the channel and you want to help provide feedback and get these sliders ready for public release, consider sponsoring the channel. It's only a couple bucks a month, and I definitely try to make it worth your while. Otherwise, I don't know if I'll be back with another stream later today. I might be. If not, I'll probably be back with one tomorrow. Thank you guys all for tuning in and hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you to Drew for the 5 gifted subs, and thank you to Dan and to All Right and SoCal for the other memberships that they purchased today as well. And we'll be back soon, you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.